Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Life with Jordan. Today we're talking all about seasonal affective disorder, rejection sensitive dysphoria, and ADHD, and ways that I've learned to cope and manage my symptoms. If you have low energy, if you have medium energy, or if you have high energy. These are all things that you can do in order to help you out on the daily. And I've attached definitions to this video, so if you're thinking you may have this, go and talk to your doctor and take a look at the definitions and bring them to your doctor and say that this is something that you want to talk to them about. I hope you enjoy this video. Click the thumbs up button and subscribe for videos every week. I've noticed that with seasonal affective disorder this year, it has actually started a lot earlier. I don't know if anybody who is watching this content has felt the same, but I feel like it even started at the beginning of September, and this was really difficult in part because a lot of the season was changing super quickly, and there was such a drastic change in temperature, and it happened so fast that we all didn't have time to catch up like we normally do. So this triggered a lot of us to go into that SAD a lot faster. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that have helped me this week. As you know, I did not post last week. I was struggling hardcore. I didn't want to be on any social media as long as I had to be. And I did not want to post a YouTube video. So here are things that I was doing instead. I work out or I go for walks every single day. My mood is in a much better place, and I am a much more tolerable person than if I were to just be lazy and do nothing all day. So even if I can't make it to the gym, whether or not I be working or whether or not I just be low energy, low vibing, I'm gonna try and at least get out for a half an hour walk. If I can get in 3,000 to 4,000 steps at least in that day where I'm feeling low, I notice that I'm gonna perk up a lot more, a lot quicker, because I've gotten fresh air, I've gotten sunlight, and I've done all the things that are really good for my body, which will fuel my body for wanting to do more things. Another thing that I will like to do is when I'm feeling low and I don't have the energy to do much is I have a high vibrational playlist, or a playlist that makes me feel good, or a playlist that just gives me that energy boost that I need to get whatever cleaning I need to get done that is necessary for me to move on with the day or with the week. Music is a big mood booster for me, and it helps make a huge difference in my energetic mood for the day. Now, another thing that I know sounds so simple to do, but it can be harder than one might think, especially when you have ADHD, and that's remembering to take my medication. If I don't remember to take my medication and I'm already on a low mood day, then not taking my medication is going to make it so much worse, and I will literally get nothing done. I will be in paralysis all day, and I will be laying in my bed from night until day, and I will get nothing done, and it's not good for anybody. Another thing that I find very helpful is doodling or coloring in a coloring book. This is very simple. You can get coloring books at the dollar store, and it is very soothing and calming, and you're letting your inner child come out a little bit as well, because you're letting yourself focus on something that's so simple and just not even time consuming. It's just taking your mind out of where it's at and allowing you to focus on something other than your thoughts. And this is very calming and just helps take away the stress, helps take away the paralysis, and it's something that you can do while even lying in bed if you have to. Now, my other favorite thing that I like to do is if I'm just laying in bed, no energy to do anything, I will do a couple things. I will read. Ever since I went on my ADHD medication, I can actually read better than I ever. For about a decade, I could not read books. I could not sit there and read. Everything looked like a blur to me, and it was just next to impossible to actually enjoy a good book. Whereas when I was a kid, I would actually read books and be able to visualize them as if a movie were happening. And I can finally do that again, and I am so freaking excited. So if I have old books lying around or new ones that I want to read, I will pick them up and I will start reading, and it's a good distraction, especially to end the night or even to start the day. At least that way you've gotten something accomplished, even just by reading 10 pages a day. My next tip is very simple, and this is journaling. Journaling is a great way to connect with yourself, reconnect with your spirit guides if you're a spiritual person. This is a great way to channel if you're a spiritual person, or just even brain dumping your thoughts onto paper so that they're not swimming around in your head anymore, enabling you to get shit done for the rest of the day. Because once we have those thoughts in our head, once they're spinning around, once we're kind of caught in that paralysis of, I need to do something, but I have all these thoughts in my head and it's not making me be any more productive because I keep thinking of all the things that I have to do. Once we have those things in our head, it makes the paralysis that much worse, especially the SAD, because then it gets our thoughts thinking about everything going on in our life. And sometimes it's just really helpful to even have a mood journal going on so you can document how you're feeling and you can just write it all down. And then what's really fun is later on down the line, you can look at all your emotions throughout the year and see how far you've come in your healing journey. So my next tip for you is my all-time favorite, and I am a spiritual person and I do collect crystals. Now, crystals do have healing intentions and healing properties behind them. Now, your intentions behind how you use the crystals is what's really going to make them work for you. Rose quartz is really great for self-love, so it's perfect for if you have seasonal affective disorder, or if you have adhd, and if you have rejection emotional dysphoria as well. Rose quartz is the crystal for you. And then clear quartz is just going to amplify anything that is next to it. So it will double and amplify all the goodness in rose quartz for you. Plus, they're gorgeous to look at, and they can help amplify any of your baths that you have too, because you can put some crystals in your bath water. Which brings me to my next tip, is having baths. Having baths is super effective for me, especially because it can be created into part of my self-care routine, which means I'm giving myself that love that I might be missing from other corners of my life as well. So I like to have a bath salt bath. You can do bath bubbles, you can do bath bombs, but bath salt specifically can really connect you to the earth and really reground you. So if you're all up in your head and you have all these thoughts spinning all around, then you can reconnect to the earth and reground yourself, and you're going to feel that much lighter because you're connected in your root, and that's where a lot of our trauma is going to be held. My next tip is candles and scents that bring you joy. This one here is a white pumpkin from Sand and Fog and from Home Scents. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love pumpkin scents, so I had to purchase. And then I also love incense. And the best part is you can use candles, incense, or anything really in your room, by your bedside table. You can use them in your bath. When you're having that bath, you can light up the bathroom with candles. Not actually light up, but light up. Safety first, guys. We want to have incense burning. We want to have candles going. And we just want to have that superb calmness and that thing that's going to really bring us joy, even if it's something small, something fairly cheap, and something that's going to turn our mood around because we're taking care of ourselves and giving ourselves the rest and the joy that we need. My next tip is, of course, if you have an animal of any sort, a dog, a cat, a bunny, anything that you can go and snuggle and pet, go and do that. They're your best friend at all times in life, and they're really going to change your mood around, especially if you've been having a bad day. You can talk to them, you can share with them how you're feeling. They're going to be a no judgment zone, so you can tell them anything and they're not going to judge you, and nobody is going to think you're crazy because nobody's going to be around to hear that. So if that's what you got to do to make you feel better, what's better than hugging your best friend in the world? My next tip to help you heal if you are a spiritual person going through this journey is tarot cards. You can use these with your journaling, and you can pull a card and ask your question based off of how you're feeling. You can use your cards to confirm how you're feeling and further affirm your emotions along with that as well. And you can also use your tarot cards to kind of ask for your next step into how you're supposed to be moving forward and how you're handling the situation. You can use them in so many different ways, and they can be very helpful for you if you're on your spiritual journey, on your healing journey. And if you do read them, or if you're just getting into that process, this is a really great tool to use. And it's not just for connection to your spirit team, you can use it for connection to yourself. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more videos like this, vlog style videos, and just wellness videos in general, hit the subscribe button to be notified of those videos every time there is one new one posted.